I am so excited to be here today with Bob Brosseau from Sleep in Heavenly Peace, an amazing organization that builds bunk beds for kids that don't have beds. Deliver them around. Now, are you guys just in Chittenden County? Nope. Are you all over the state? Where do you serve people? We initially started in Chittenden County, then we expanded to Franklin County. Okay.
And then we've now reached out to Lamoille and Addison County, and we're soon to probably be in the Washington County area.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Now, do all the beds get built here in this shop, or
Yes.
do you do them around the state?
No, we will hold community build days, basically where
like today
we find a sponsor, like the Pomerleau Agency today, which sponsored a build. So we're building like 25 beds today, and then once they're all done, they're going to get put in our truck for storage, and then we just start on our delivery list. We have a list right now, probably 20 to 25 bed requests for about 60 beds, that are still waiting for us, to get out to them and deliver the beds.
So there's a really high need for this.
There is. Since 2019, we've delivered like 1,238 beds so far, and it doesn't show. It's slowing down a little bit, but I think it's just because it's not that not enough people know that we're out here. We just need to reach a broader audience and let them know. Like when we met Erica on the 4th of July parade, she knew nothing about us.
That's right. That is true. I said, and that's one of the things I go, how is it that there can be these amazing organizations doing all this awesome work and we don't hear about it?
Yeah.
So this is why we're here today. We want to make sure that everybody gets to see the work that you do and how, it's very simple and yet intricate at the same time.
Yep. Basically, when the whole process started, people don't need to have any kind of woodworking background. We just encourage people to come out if they want to do something for the community, spend a couple hours with us and make some beds. All the stations I have jigs, and so it's kind of like a no-brainer type thing.
It's like a template, easy to put together.
Everything has a template, and we show you how to assemble it and put it together, and then it goes down the line. We stain it and get it ready for delivery. It's pretty basic.
It's very simple, but yet one of the things that you showed me, which I thought was really cool, was your staining process or the treatment that you do with the wood.
Yep.
Would you tell the viewers a little bit about
Absolutely.
that?
They call it an all-natural stain. It's basically vinegar and steel wool. It's a combination of just regular white vinegar, and we throw steel wool in it, and the vinegar eats the steel wool, and then it turns the vinegar a different color. So it's an all-natural stain. It's biodegradable, and it helps repel bed bugs. So that when we deliver the beds when they're brand new, we can assure you, the clients, that we're not bringing foreign critters into their home.
Are bed bugs a problem here?
There have been issues where we've contacted people, and then they said, we have a bed bug infestation at this time, so we're going to have to cancel delivery till we get it remediated.
Yep. Bed bugs are no joke, and they are so hard to get rid of.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I like the fact that you're using an all-natural stain. That these beds are not being treated with weird chemicals that we hear about
not
hurting people.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with? How did you learn about this natural stain?
Just through the corporation. When we went out to training and stuff, it's something that they experimented with at the corporate level. They've been building beds since like 2012.
Oh, so you guys are not the first Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
We're the only ones here in Vermont so far.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually looking for somebody to do a chapter in Southern Vermont and Northern Vermont.
Okay.
We're the first in Vermont. There's over 300 chapters in like 45 states.
Wow, how cool.
As a whole, the organization has delivered over 100,000 beds.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so well then tell our viewers, Bob, how you heard about it, how you got involved. What inspired you to be a part of Sleep in Heavenly Peace?
Well, it all started, we saw a show on Facebook called Returning the Favor. Yep. It was by Mike Rowe from the old Dirty Jobs.
Yes.
And he had an organization, and he just went around the country, what he called looking for do-gooders, people making a difference in their community. And I saw an episode where Luke Mickelson in Twin Falls, Idaho. Okay. He, on a Christmas project for his kids in his church, he built a couple bunk beds for somebody he knew, and then they had leftover lumber, so they built a couple more, and they said, well, let's just give them away. and they put a post out to give them away, and they got over 100 requests for it.
Whoa.
And so something clicked, and he says, maybe we can do this. So they experimented with different designs, and they just started a process, and then some of their friends started a few chapters. And then when it was 2018 when Mike Rowe did the show, and then it exploded nationwide. And then, you know, from going from like 8 or 10 chapters to over 300 now.
Wow.
And so
very cool.
The training process is easy, you know, with 2-day training. I mean, it's pretty basic. They have everything all mapped out, and they tell you how to do it, and you come home and you find a group of people that, you know, want to be part of your core team, and that's it. We started with 3 or 4 people, and then, you know, friends of the friends, and a lot of the people you see here, we've met just through coming and volunteering, and they like it so much.
Yeah,
they keep coming back.
That they stay.
Yep.
Well, and you know, I was really impressed when we drove up and saw the operation here. Now, you started out, as I understand, building these beds in your backyard, in your shed, and now you have a generous gift from a neighbor, right down the street neighbor, who said, "I've got a shop in my basement. Come here, do it here." When
we first started, we were at my home in Jericho. I had a barn on the side of my garage. I used to have my motorhome in. It was like 40 foot long by 14 foot wide.
Okay.
And that's where we started. That's where we first started building. And then through the generosity of the Vibrant Church in South Burlington, we met Joel and Robin Danaher, who are the homeowners here. And they were so moved by what we did, they invited us to come up and look at their shop. And they said, we would like you to operate here. And it's been kind of a marriage made in heaven. They welcome us with open arms. We've got kind of like, it's almost like we live here. We have free reign. We come and go as we please.
Yep. They make lunch for your volunteers.
They do. They just, anything that we need, they're right there with us and stuff. And
that's awesome.
They love what we do, and we love them for what they do for us.
Well, and this is such a great example of what I talk about. You know, don't wait for someone to come fill the need that you see in your community.
Right.
Fill the need in the community. Yeah. And when you, not to be cliche, Bob, but the whole, if you build it, they will come. You know,
that's kind of what it is.
It feels like that to me. It was like you got a word that this was what you were supposed to do. You started to do it, and then you've been given progressively more resources.
You know, basically, I sat after watching that show. I kind of looked at it and I said, you know, that's something I think we could do. You know, and I sat on it for a while, and I was close to retirement at the age, and my co-president Danny was retired. So we went over there one night for supper, and I said, "Here, fire up your laptop. I want to show you this show." And you know, we sat there on the couch, and we were both crying. And he goes, "Let's do this," you know. And then we were off and running.
Yeah.
And when we first started, a lot of people were going, you know, not really naysayers, but going, "Do you really think there's a need for it?" And we went, "We don't know, but we're going to find out."
Yeah.
And it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, heartbreaking and amazing at the same time, if that makes any sense.
It totally does.
When you can leave a house and see the kids smiling, whether it's their first bed or, you know, they don't have to sleep on the couch anymore, or with their parents, and they're all smiles and they hug you on the way out, or if you're leaving and the mom is crying and gives you a hug before you're leaving, you know, it's like, you know, you made a difference, and that's kind of what it's all about.
Well, and that's what I think we don't understand, and we don't know the needs in our community until we decide to take a stand and take a step forward and be a part of the solution.
Absolutely.
And that's what you've done here, Bob. And that is amazing, and it's honorable.
Well, it's you know, I always try to deflect away from myself, because I started it. If it wasn't for this group of volunteers behind us, we would be nothing. We're only as good as the group of people that come and help us.
That is right. And that's a call to the community to step up, take part. You know,
I mean, we could build these beds in the back of our garage if we wanted to, but it's more getting the community involved, getting them out here and having them see what we're doing. And they love to come, and we've met so many nice people along the way that we now call our friends. It's amazing. You know?
I love it. Okay, so tell the viewers how they can get in touch with you, the organization. How can they help and participate? Can they donate? Can they build? Tell them everything.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to check out the whole website, it's www.shpbeds.org. That's the main website.
Yep, Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Beds.com. Okay.
.org.
.org.
And that will give you an idea on the organization as a whole.
Okay.
And there will be all kinds of links for you to click on there to just, you know, check out local chapters or find a local chapter near you, donate to a local chapter. We have a Facebook page, which is SHP Chittenden County.
Okay.
Chittenden CO.
Okay.
And that's where we do most of our advertising, and we post when we're doing our next builds.
Okay.
So people have a chance to look at it, and then they also get a chance to see all the pictures of the builds. Like, we'll be posting all the pictures that we've been taking here today, you know, on our site after we're done, and so people can see who's helping in the community, who's out there. You know, they might spot a friend of theirs, or basically it gets shared within all the people. So
yeah.
that's it. I mean, Facebook has been, you know, our main, you know, mode of letting people know, other than just word of mouth.
Yeah. Is there like a commonality? Are folks really struggling with something in particular? Is that why they're reaching out for help? Like, what is it that, how can our viewers help the people that you're serving as well? If they can't come build beds, how could they support those families?
Periodically, I mean, on our Facebook page, you know, the first post that you're going to see is a big blue donate here. So people, if they're not able to come to the build, they could just do a donation right straight online. Okay. It goes directly into our chapter.
Okay.
Plus, we also, when we're running low on bedding, we'll just say, hey, we're running low on bedding. Since the 1,200 beds, I mean, since we've not had to buy any bedding sets at all. They've all been donated by the public.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
We may have had to buy pillows occasionally when we run low on pillows, but as soon as we put a posting out that we're looking for something, it's like Christmas for a week or two at home, because I come home and there's boxes on my side porch. Don't know who they came from and stuff. But people, if they're not here, that's one way for them to donate.
Okay.
And so, you know, we encourage that. And even if they don't want to work, we encourage them just to come by and visit, just so they can see the process.
And share with people. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Thanks for having us out here today.
Oh, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.